Good afternoon, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. This will be a test drive video of this gorgeous 2005 Mercedes Benz C320. This vehicle has only 66,000 original miles. It is a one-owner vehicle with a clean Carfax vehicle history report, no accidents and no damage, and it has meticulous maintenance history since brand new. This lifetime California car just looks and performs beautifully, and in this video we will be taking you on a tour behind the wheel of this vehicle, giving you our impressions as well as giving you a bird's eye view of how this vehicle looks and performs while you are sitting in the driver's seat. As you can see, the exterior body and paint is in beautiful condition. We do have a more in-depth video walk around of this video that's also available on our website, so be sure to take a look at that to get more of the ins and outs and familiarize yourself with the features of the vehicle. But without further ado, this will actually be a test drive demo of this gorgeous vehicle. So let's get started. As you enter the vehicle and you start the vehicle up, you'll notice that the steering wheel, after you close the door of course, the steering wheel will actually move towards you and the seat will actually move itself up. 66,974 original miles on this vehicle. We'll go ahead and get buckled up and get started in just a moment. All right. Turn the volume down here, get the AC going. First and foremost, I do want to point out that the AC is blowing nice and cold. All the electronics in this vehicle are actually in proper working order without any issues or problems. 66,000 original miles. This vehicle just about hits on every bullet point that a smart shopper would look for when shopping for a vehicle. We're going to go ahead and see if we can make a right turn over here if the traffic is not too backed up. When you're shopping for a vehicle, you want to make sure of several things. One is the vehicle that you're looking at has been properly cared for and maintained. Secondly, you want to make sure that the vehicle was free of any accidents or damage previous to your ownership of the vehicle. Also, you want to make sure that a vehicle came from a part of the country that you didn't have to worry about rust or corrosion. Well, this vehicle literally hits on all three. This is a one-owner lifetime California vehicle with 66,000 original miles. We have over 32 maintenance records available on this vehicle, showing that the vehicle has been meticulously maintained and cared for by either Mercedes Benz in the Sacramento area or an independent Mercedes Benz specialist in the Roseville area and Sacramento area as well, called Dobson's German Auto Service. Dobson's German Auto Service has actually been a shop that I've been using myself far before I was a dealer. I've been using them for the last 18 years, and this vehicle actually belonged to a customer of theirs. They referred them over to us as they were selling the vehicle, and we were sure to be able to take good care of them, and we are fortunate to be able to offer this vehicle to you. We'll go ahead and turn the AC down a little bit. It is getting kind of cold. Nice and warm outside. It is a 95-degree day. It's starting to really feel like summer in the Sacramento area. Now, this particular vehicle runs and performs beautifully, as you would expect from a 66,000 mile vehicle. No rattles or squeaks. This is the 320, so it does have the larger V6 engine option, as opposed to the 240, which was the other one. The cabin of the vehicle is extremely quiet and comfortable. Lots of noise deadening in this vehicle, so you virtually hear no road noise or minimal road noise at that. Engine accelerates smooth, power band comes on evenly. The vehicle steers straight, both when you let go of the wheel and as well as when you brake. Speaking of braking, once you apply your brakes, even at the higher speeds, you'll notice that there's no shaking on the steering wheel or the chassis of the vehicle, indicating any warpage or damage to the rotors of the vehicle. No rattles or squeaks whatsoever. All of the electronics in this vehicle do work properly, and at 60 miles per hour, the vehicle just performs like a dream. Very smooth and quiet. Takes these turns and navigates them with ease. Now, many people ask me Ari, should I buy a used Mercedes Benz? And you know, the short answer is yes and no. The more complicated answer is, well, you know what, two things can be true at the same time. Mercedes Benz really did used to make some of the best vehicles on earth. Mercedes Benz was the original automaker that made the very first vehicle. You would think that after over 100 years that they would have it down, and they did really certainly make some of the best vehicles on earth for a long time. But just like every car manufacturer, they did have their struggles, and they did have their certain models and model years where they struggled with. The era that this particular vehicle was made was kind of the end of an era. I'd say they made some of their best vehicles in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. And in the mid 2000s, with the joint venture with Chrysler Corporation, a lot of changes were made with Mercedes-Benz, and Mercedes-Benz did go down in quality during this era. Virtually any new model that came out during this era was subpar as compared to the previous generation. Now, luckily, this particular powertrain that's in this one is a carryover from the earlier years, so even though it may have been during the same time as the venture and the merger, it was not necessarily a model that was affected by it, because this particular model still had all of its components carry over from the previous years. This is actually a very nice generation of Mercedes-Benz for a few different reasons. First and foremost, you did get away from some of the really archaic technology. Mercedes-Benz really did concentrate on quality and longevity as opposed to technology, and during this era it was kind of a transition period where they were starting to concentrate more on the appearance of the vehicles and also the technology, while maintaining a lot of the same quality they had in the previous years. So this, I would say in the early 2000s, I would consider that the transition of what I would consider the modern Mercedes-Benz. I do own several dozens of the old ones, and I am a huge fan of the old ones, and you know, although I'm not a big fan of this body style or this generation, I can't really take away from it or fault it in as far as quality control goes. I just don't think it's as classic or as special as some of the old ones, but nonetheless, it's a great car, and you get a ton of car for the money. Whoever purchases this vehicle will be extremely pleased with it. It accelerates nice, it brakes nice, it handles nice, lots of luxury and comfort, and you get it at a Honda Civic or Toyota Corolla price. As a matter of fact, I'd say you get it at a sub Toyota Corolla or Honda Civic price, because honestly, if this was a Honda Civic or Toyota Corolla with 66,000 miles, one owner, and looked and performed like this, it would actually, believe it or not, be more expensive than this car. Go figure. But nonetheless, you can take advantage of the depreciation and get yourself a beautiful, well-maintained vehicle. Like anything else, maintenance is key with these vehicles. It's not how much you buy them for, it's what they cost you after a few years of ownership. So this beautifully well-maintained one with this meticulous maintenance history shall serve to be a great example of an affordable Mercedes-Benz that won't break the bank. Driving the vehicle is just an absolute pleasure. It's smooth, it's quiet, it's comfortable. The seats give you ample side bolstering and back bolstering to keep you firmly in place without making you feel uncomfortable. Visibility on both sides is great. The larger than average side view mirrors give you great visibility of your left and right. You have your self-dimming rear view mirror, which automatically dims out, and also has buttons there for your garage door opener, where you can program up to 3 garage doors. You have automatic climate control for both driver and passenger side. You have manual and automatic modes. You have a single CD up front, as well as a CD changer in the dashboard. Headliner on this vehicle is beautiful all the way around, and you have that rear sunshade that automatically, with power adjustments, does go up and down as well. We'll go ahead and get onto this street where we can accelerate a little bit harder and go a little bit faster and see what this vehicle can do. Terrain we have here in California, this thing is just gliding over the potholes and uneven pavement. Vehicle tracks straight. Plenty of power to get you out of your way. This is the higher horsepower engine for this year. It also doesn't have any of the complicated, unnecessary features like the air suspension, which just adds to the unreliability of the vehicle. Gosh, if I was looking for a vehicle around $10,000 that I could be proud to drive, that would also be affordable to own and not break the bank, both in maintenance and repairs, this would certainly be it. Fuel economy is pretty good on it. You'll get MPGs in the mid-20s. And, you know, I would recommend if you are local, if you are a local buyer or shopper, that you do continue to maintain this vehicle at Dobson's German Auto Service. John Dobson, the owner, he's an honest person. He's very knowledgeable, and he will take good care of you. The labor rates are easy to digest. You will be able to own a vehicle like this and not be able to break the bank, and it's not going to be something that will prevent you from being able to own a Mercedes Benz. I do urge you to look at his reviews and take a look at his online presence. I think you will be as impressed as I am. Of course, I have been using him for nearly 20 years, a little over 18 years now. Making our way back towards the lot. My overall impressions of the vehicle is very positive. I do try to point out some negative aspects, or what some buyers may view as negative aspects on every vehicle. I'm really struggling to do that with this particular one. This vehicle comes with both keys, books, manuals, beautiful Carfax vehicle history, no rust, no corrosion, no leaks on this vehicle, and all electronics in proper working order. With 66,000 miles, this thing has most of its life ahead of it, and if you continue to take care of this vehicle in the same fashion that it has been taken care of thus far, you can expect to have this vehicle last you many, many more years and hundreds of thousands of miles. Lots of fun to drive, and you know, pulling up to a car such as the Toyota Camry in front of us, it just looks and performs like a far superior vehicle while costing less. Dual front airbags as well as dual side airbags for the front and rear occupants, as well as side curtain airbags in the rear, make this vehicle also very safe. These vehicles hold well and hold up well in collisions. If you can't tell from my enthusiasm, I am a big Mercedes Benz fan. I wouldn't touch most of their modern stuff, but this is really at the end of the greatest era that they had. Highly recommend it. We do certainly hope to have the opportunity to demo this vehicle for each and every one of you in person if you are local to the Sacramento or Fair Oaks area. And if you're not and you did enjoy this vehicle, please consider subscribing and giving us a thumbs up video on this video. That thumbs up does let us know that this content is being enjoyed by our viewers and does allow the YouTube algorithms to help us out. Be sure to also hit the bell icon to subscribe to our channel, and that way you will be notified of all of our future videos. And as I mentioned earlier, we also do have a walk around video of this vehicle as well. And in that video we demonstrate a lot of the features and demonstrate the options on the vehicle. It is 99 degrees outside, probably the hottest day of the season this year, heading into summer. Three-seat memories, automatic headlights. Sound system sounds great. I was fortunate enough to meet the original owner of this vehicle, and it was tough for him to let it go. This vehicle actually did belong to his wife, and she no longer can drive. Senior citizen owned and maintained. If you have any comments, or if there are any additional items that you would like demoed, or anything else you would like seen on this vehicle, or any questions you may have, please do use the comment section to let us know. But in the meanwhile, I'll go ahead and take this opportunity to thank you for taking the time to join us and watching our video in its entirety. And we certainly do hope to see all of you here at the lot. Thank you and have a great day.